It is 1:33 a.m. right now, and I am in a weird energy. I want to make a Kaveh video. I was originally going to make a gamba video of my live stream viewer polls, but just like Kaveh, you're a smart person. You can find it if you want to watch that. I don't need to make that video. We have to make a video about the best suitcase boy. Why? Well, sorry, it's a briefcase, I think, not a suitcase. My bad. Well, we're doing this now because this is what I want to do now. Oh, I feel like some people might want proof that it's actually like 1:30 whatever a.m. So give me a second. Look. Like a minute has passed because I had to like, get my phone. Whatever. Look, it's Kaveh. See? And it's 1:35. Sorry, to 6. And it's nighttime. You look at this. That's nighttime. Well, it's daytime there. It's nighttime here. Okay. Kaveh video. All right. So, anyways, Kaveh has been buffed, kind of. Not as always. Characters in Genshin don't really get buffed after release, right? But Kaveh was buffed originally a few months ago. I made a video about Shatter Kaveh, or Shatter Bloom, right? Where you have Hydro and Dendro, right? That's Bloom, and that's what Kaveh's kit is about. And then you have the freeze reaction, and then if you hit an enemy with a Claymore attack, you get some decent, like, shatter damage. I made a video about that already, and that was already, like, usable. Not incredible. And, oh... That's just Kaveh style. And he's trying to distract me with his fancy moves. We need to talk about the the shattering moves. A few versions ago, Shatter was buffed significantly, right? So that hasn't changed. That's still the same, but the difference is we have a new cryo unit that is much more relevant to pair with, not because like she buffs Kaveh directly or anything, although, well, okay. I technically do have C1. This is really only relevant if I built Kaveh for crit. Technically in this video, because I'm going to do Citlali and Kaveh together, it might result in Kaveh, with his 25% crit rate, occasionally getting a weirdly high, spread damage proc. But this is not what I'm building around. I'm building him around Shatterbloom again, because I think it's fun, and the current Abyss cycle is an Abyss cycle where it has enemies that can be frozen. That's nice. So that means we should be able to properly take advantage of Shatter. Now, I'm going to use Farina in this video as well, because, one, she's on banner, she needs some appreciation. Well, okay, no, she doesn't need some appreciation, let's be real. Everyone knows what Farina good, right? But I have her, and it's her banner, I can't not use Farina. Also, it's just my preference anyways, because Hydra application in a kind of AoE-ish situation. I mean, okay, there's problems with Farina's application as far as doing Shatterbloom Kaveh, because her Hydra application is inconsistent. It has like variation in the timings of when her summons attack enemies, right? So that means inconsistencies in when freeze gets triggered, and that means inconsistencies in when you trigger Shatter, right? So if you want consistent Kaveh Shatter blooming, technically don't use this lady. We're going to use this lady, though, and I'm also going to do weird things, because, if we want to use Farina in a way that synergizes well with Kaveh, there's a couple things to discuss really briefly. One, look, this is her signature weapon, through and through, but I do have her other signature weapon, Key of Kajna's Suit, and Key of Kajna's Suit is a wonderful weapon that converts HP to Elemental Mastery for the whole team. So, I'm going to reconfigure her build a little bit around that. We're going to need more energy recharge, because solo Hydro Farina with a non-energy weapon is a bit rough. And I'm going to put an HP circlet on. Look, it definitely probably just makes sense to keep a non-HP circlet. Also, actually, you know what? I could argue. I did this in the past in a previous video, so I don't think I need to do this again. I could argue that, for funniness factor, I could put Farina on full EM instead of, like, HP EM conversion, but because I have this weapon, though, HP to EM conversion makes more sense. I'm gonna lean into it a little bit by putting an HP circlet on her. Yeah, we'll put this on her. Bam. Is that enough ER though? Yeah, I think that's enough ER. This is way less crit than I had before. She has 50,000 HP. I happen to have R2 Key of Kajna's Suit, which I don't feel like explaining at 1:41 a.m. in the morning. Actually, no, I can't explain it. It was this. No, not that. What? This. Anyways, in case you didn't know, Farina, when you use her skill in burst, she basically immediately will get max stacks of this. Farina C2, by the way, does not increase the value of Key of Kajna's Suit buff, because this is based on a percentage of her HP. So that means whatever her base HP is whatever is being used here. For other party members, this means that Farina's HP will convert to about 125 EM for, Kaveh, if he's the one triggering blooms. Or Farina can also notably trigger blooms. This is part of the reason for using this weapon on her. And this passive for Farina, by the way, should convert to 350 EM, so that means Farina will have about 450 EM. Some pretty sizable bloom damage. Of course, the bloom damage is only one part. We have, you know, the shatter. That's we're doing shatter Kaveh. Shatter is physical damage. That's why we want an electro unit in some form. Wow. Now, Oleron, yes, he can give damage bonus from scroll. I mostly want to use him because I have Elegy. Elegy can give 100 elemental mastery. I don't care about anything else. I just want all the EM. I want the biggest shatters, and I want the biggest blooms. That's what I want. And then he does superconduct, which is the physical red shred to increase the shatter damage, right? And you know what? I guess to go fully into this, I have to do the obvious thing, and that's I have to put someone on instructors. And I think he makes the most sense on 4-piece instructors, right? And he is going to be triggering some hyper blooms, of course, because he's an electro unit. If I feel like I need the healing, I'm going to put Citlali on Prototype Amber. This weapon, again, because we're not really focusing the team in meaningful talent damage at all, the damage bonus from this doesn't really matter. In fact, I should maybe just, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to do sack frags. Why? Well, this has some problems in that it's going to extend our rotation a little bit potentially, but what this does is it actually gives Citlali some extra Night Soul, and extra Night Soul converts to a little bit of higher uptime on her cryo application. That potentially means extra shatters we would otherwise not get. This also has a side benefit of it would be easier to build her for damage because her energy needs are so much lower. I'm gonna be lazy and just leave her on this. The reason, by the way, that Citlali is a buff for this, I don't know if I discussed this enough because my brain is in 1 AM mode. It is because Citlali is a much more comfortable unit to use than other cryos in the game with this kind of team format. The previous video I made on this was using Rosaria, who has like similar amount of cryo application but less potential total duration. Rosaria worked for Shatterbloom Kaveh. I already know the team idea works, right? But Kaveh as the only healer, because Kaveh, by the way, if you didn't know, this is a weird part of his kit, but he does heal HP to himself when Dendro cores explode on him. He inflicts pain on himself, and then he band-aids himself. That's all he do. But anyways, we'll put instructors on Auron. The more EM for Kaveh and Farina, the merrier. We have 600 EM. He's going to be triggering reactions, electro charges, you know, some of the hyper blooms, of course. So it's good to have him on full EM, and this should be enough ER, I think. His talent-based damage is going to be extremely a lot lower, but that's fine. Oh yeah, another nice thing with Auron, by the way, he does his energy refunding. This boy is energy hungry. This is why I'm using him on Fav. I have him on 4-piece Gilded Dreams. He's got 913 EM at a baseline, 178 ER, but 80 energy solo Dendro unit, you know, energy needs not low, right? Now, I have no idea what the total amount of EM we're going to have on Kaveh is, by the way. I think it's going to be a lot. Like after all the buffs are up, it should be something stupid like 1,500. Before we go into Abyss, I'm going to fight the Vishaps here in the Remuria Sea, just because this is always a good sanity check, especially at, you know, 1:55 AM in the morning. But yeah, we want to see how things go, right? All right, so let's do Citlali. We have sack frags. It's going to extend her rotation anyway, so we don't need to like particularly save her. Do that, and blam. I'm frozen. You know, stop being frozen. Thank you. Whatever. We're still getting reaction damage anyways. And yeah, it's working. Stop praising me. Excuse me. It's rude to do that at this time in the morning. All right. We should make sure we actually restart the rotation and not get too stupid. I know that's kind of... Look, you gotta embrace the stupidity to some degree if you're playing Kaveh. But, you know, look, in an idealized AoE situation, when you're focusing on all the transformative reaction damage, it does damage. It does damage. And as expected, because I didn't put Prototype Amber on Citlali, we are kind of stuck at 50% HP, which means our Farina damage is a lot lower. So yeah, if there's anything that might limit me in Abyss, it's going to be that. Farina really does not want your team, for Farina to do damage, stuck at low HP totals. Slap. So, you know, we might... Ooh, that's a nice post for him. We might have to adjust things. That's the point, right? We have to be adaptable, and that's fine. I should not forget to use bursting. We could just use, you know, Saint-Cho and whatever too. It's whatever. If you want to see a more relatable, less unhinged, but also maybe less fun video for Shatterbloom Kaveh from before Citlali release, you can go watch my old one with Rosaria. You just go rewind the timer, go back in the past, like 6 months. No, not that long. It was only like 3 months. Wham blam, you're wonderful. Anyways, by the way, I'm planning to edit this video immediately after I finish recording it. I don't know when I'm going to sleep today. This is just the energy state my brain goes into sometimes. This like I didn't even drink any caffeine, nothing. This is just natural brain Kaveh energy, right? That's what my brain's on right now at 1:58 a.m. in the morning. Let's go to the abyss and destroy it without having to do any optimizing of like Verena HP, whatever. That might be a bit optimistic. Also, you know what? I just changed my mind. I'm going to put Citlali on a more crit-focused build. Why? If we can do lower energy with sack frags, we may as well try to take advantage of it by making her do more crits. What? What? What just happened? What? What? Why is it 3 a.m. now? Wait, it's daylight savings time? I did not know daylight savings time. I just lost an hour. Kaveh, how dare you do this to me? Oh boy. Oh boy. Well, learn something new. Apparently, Genshin has a server disconnect when the time changes because of goofy reasons. Why is daylight savings time? I know why daylight savings times exists. It's for like farming alignment and whatever. I feel like it has no point in the modern day. Anyways, this is not an important conversation to have in the context of a Kaveh video, or maybe it is because it's a Kaveh video at now 3 a.m. Alright, there we go. 4-piece Obsidian Codex. We don't need the damage bonus. 67 crit rate with the buff up, a bunch of crit damage, and enough ER to burst consistently. Bam. Now, of course, Chamber 3 has the Suwani, which incentivizes cryo. We're not doing the second side, though. Okay, the Shatter could technically work, but these are physical resistant. Okay, so was the other... There's a lot of physical resistant enemies in the game, which is just rude in general on Mihoyo's part. Like, you don't need to make physical this bad, but it's fine. Because that's the power of Shatterbloom Kaveh, is we're not just doing physical shatter damage, we're also doing bloom, we're also doing electro charge, we're also doing superconducts. It's the best of all the jank reactions. Grouping might be a nightmare for a lot of reasons. It's far more interesting to do, you know, AoE focused things on the AoE side, right? Scale damage, useless. All right, yeah, this is gonna be weird. I don't know how long I'm gonna spend on this. It's probably going to be here. Freeze does help with grouping, but also we unfreeze things by shattering on them, right? So, also, I forgot to go check how much EM I had. Also, we are killing them so much faster than I expected. Holy crap. That was amazing. Wow. All right. This works. Look, it's been a while since I actually did Shatterbloom Kaveh. I don't know why my expectations were, like, overly pessimistic. Maybe. Yeah, it just like does a lot of damage. Can you tell how much damage? No, there's way too many numbers on screen, but it just does it do. This was I didn't look. I could have used it a much. Look, I thought this was gonna be a slow clear. Like obviously this is a little unoptimal here. We gotta redo. We gotta show an optimized situation. But also, let me go out quick. We forgot to check a very important thing, which was how much EM do we have when we have all the buffs going. Just to guarantee Kaveh triggers a reaction, we're going to use the Tulpa Lap. I don't think I actually did do Farina there, but it's fine. Do you. Lap. Make sure Oron gets Elegy up. Blam. Alright, and I think we should have all buffs up. 1460 EM. Is that enough? I'm pretty sure this would work perfectly fine with the C0 Farina. I don't have C0 Farina to test it. And I do think Key of Conscious Suit, you know, makes not an insignificant difference potentially. And, you know, maybe the Kaveh constellations make a difference too. I don't know. I'm not going to dive deep into the math of, like, where you can actually start doing this. But I think if you have, you know, these characters, it's surprising how, you know, competent the damage can be. Anyways, back to everyone's favorite hole in the world, where I focus. Now we're focusing. We're focusing at 3:10 a.m. Thanks, daylight savings time. Blam. Why are you not frozen? Alright, blam. 40,000 shatter damage. It makes me happy. Also, this grouping was terrible. Try again. If you fail, why am I trying? I can't come up with melodies on the spot. Why am I trying? Flap. Alright. Alright, this is better. This is better. Okay, good. Can we freeze you? Yeah. Alright, nice. 42,000 shatter damage. Let's go. Wonderful. Wonderful. And we procced like Farita's A4 passive a bunch there. Wow. Wow. All right. Blam. Blam. All right. Perfect. Good. Grouping situation. Good. All right. This is a wonderful. I love this. This is what a wonderful like balance of colors and like damage output. Like it obviously in a situation where enemies can't be frozen, it's gonna be less satisfying. Wait. Come on. But you know, come on. I mean, like, come on. You can't see this and say this isn't fun. Oh, Kaveh. I'm so glad. Like, a lot of times when I make my videos, right? Oh, why'd you have to ruin it, lady? We would have had like a minute clear if you didn't go over here. Anyways, blap. Get it. There we go. What was I saying before? I kind of forgot. I forgot. This is what happens at 3:12 a.m. I think I was just saying Kaveh is wonderful, right? He's wonderful. He's not the strongest character in the game by any means, right? But I don't know. I think this shows like a strength of Genshin's design, even if like one of Genshin's failures is the fact that we can't necessarily do this kind of thing very often because, you know, they just do abyss cycles full of bosses and whatever. It's the freeze problem that has existed in Genshin for a long time, right? You know, I'm not saying Kaveh is all going to be universally Omega good or that you should, you know, level him up right now, but like it works as long as it's 3 a.m. No, that's not a necessity. I think, as far as I'm aware, there's nothing in the game's code that necessitates that. It would be funny. I would take it. It'd be fine. Maybe Kaveh always just performs better at 3 a.m. This team, by the way, I will be making a Chlorine video. Why? Really? That was unsatisfying. I will be making a Chlorine video. Don't worry. Probably not at 3 a.m. Also, really, the buffs are garbage. We'll take HP, I guess. That's a little bit of EM at least. Hello. Yeah. Alright. Damn. Alright. Do that. I love the super dust, honestly. Alright, the Auron EM on Instructor's decision, wonderful. I'm so satisfied with the super conduct damage here, too. I'm so happy they buffed these reactions. Like, it makes the viability of doing this kind of thing so much better than it would have been if they didn't buff these reactions. I don't know. And then Citlali release. Oh, I didn't aura. Citlali's release just rounded everything out in a wonderful way. That's all there is to it. So, anyways, it's just like yeah, we're not doing necessarily any specific thing that consistently, and that's the point. That's the fun of it, in my mind. I love it. All right, blam, blam, bam. All right. Like these dudes are not, you know, like they're kind of tanky, right? And is this the fastest clear in this game for this chamber? No, of course not, right? This is an annoying chamber, by all means. I'm not trying to optimize this here. This is my first time doing this chamber, and we succeeding. I could definitely position myself better, especially like right here. We could have been like over here, right? There's all kinds of optimizing we can do technically. I'm not really worried about it. We just having fun with Kaveh at 3:15 a.m. I don't know why I'm repeating the time of the day so much, by the way. It was the thing that latched in my brain. I was like, yeah, it's in the middle of the night. I want to record Kaveh, and I don't know, whatever. It's fine. It's fine. But this is what human brains do sometimes, right? We latch on to stupid details, even if they're irrelevant details. And I should not have used this burst there. We latch on to stupid details because that's what our monkey brain do. Is what our monkey brain do. This is an easy side. This is why I wasn't like, yeah, that was a 2-minute clear on the first side. I don't care. I don't care. It's fine. It does competent enough damage. It could have cleared better. We don't need to put in extra effort. When you have a good team in the second side to deal with a boss like this, it's not that hard of a boss with competent teams in the game. So we got this. We got this with no problem. I didn't get my energy back. I just reset her thing. Okay, I'm playing really terribly for what it's worth, and it's going to die though. Bam. There we go. Easy. Oh wait. No. We gotta do this better. These are gonna be annoying. These waddling. I was trying to think of a word to insult them. Also, the buffs are terrible again. No EM buffs for the Kaveh Shatterbloom. What in the world just happened there? What? Why did the blessing just trigger? What? Okay. These are just the things that happen at 3:17 a.m. when you're recording a Kaveh video. I don't know. Anyways, the way to get them to come, the like not waddle, is to have your Farina burst empty. God dang it. Okay, well I have bungled things. Why is that happening? Oh, the blessing, like, true damage happens when HP restore all. So, okay. I just had never selected that in this Abyss cycle yet. So wow, that's where that effect came from. Well, I guess it's not that important to Farina Burst. It hasn't really been that important to Farina Burst at all in some case. I mean, I think it does do something, right? It's not doing nothing. We are still doing talent damage from Farina and Citlali and whatever, right? Like, it does do something. But it's probably not that important, so whatever. I ran forward. God dang it. Don't run forward. Alright, here we go. Do this. Alright, do that. Good. 4 on burst. There we go. Okay. Alright, so yeah, these are Dendro resistant, which is annoying. And they're a little bit spread apart right now. But we can do some AoE damage to them, it looks like, so it's not too bad of a situation. Alright. And now we have Farina Burst, which is good. Alright, I think we could get a better grouping situation than this for sure. But I also don't think it's that problematic. Right now, at least. Oh, he's coming here. Good. Yeah, there we go. This is the kind of grouping situation we want. Perfect, perfect. Alright. And this is the grouping situation we now do not want. Perfect. That was sarcasm. But, you know, both perspectives are perfect. Slam. We could probably, if I had my Farina Burst up, I bet it would have cleared in 2 rotations there without a problem. So there's that, and you just waddled away from me. What a rude boy. Okay. That's only what I know at 3:20 a.m. in the morning. Slam. That, and Kaveh. Kaveh, Kaveh. Kaveh, Kaveh, Kaveh. Kaveh, Kaveh. Kaveh. What is wrong with my brain right now? I hope this video is entertaining. I'm having fun recording it because my brain's in a mood, and it's fine. We like moods, and this is not an optimized clear, to say the least. But it's also usable. It's also usable. Dang it! They're so close to killing them in like probably 2 less rotations. It's not unusable, right? The struggle here is I didn't bring cryo, so I don't know if I'm actually gonna clear here because this boss is extremely time wasty if you don't bring cryo. I think I can clear this, but I'm not gonna clear it right here. So, hold please. There we go. Told you I could do it. No problem. So what's the conclusion? Well, it's 3:27 a.m. and Kaveh is still amazing. Not like good, amazing, but hey, it turns out other good characters makes other characters work, especially when they buff a bunch of Transformer reactions. So, you know, 10 out of 10.